Hey guys, Noel here, and it is Friday night, and after a long week of teaching, I thought it would be fun to unwind with a video game review for the video game review section of the YouTube channel. We have some nice international channel VHSs rolling. I just had a fantastic cup of Cecil ramen noodles from Final Fantasy IV, and we've got Star Trek Deep Space Nine playing in the other room. So really, right now, all is pretty much right with the world. So today what we will be reviewing is a game that when I was growing up, I always liked to play on a black and white TV because that was what I had when I was growing up. And I would play this game often in between watching Star Trek Deep Space Nine and watching WCW Saturday Night. And we see the Sting poster in the background too. That is straight up autographed by Sting too, and drawn by me. But anyway, the game we're going to be reviewing is for the Sega Saturn. So this game is a very beautiful game. It was one of my first games that I ever got for the Sega Saturn, and represents a shift stylistically in Street Fighter. Mind the glare on this screen. Away from a more 2.5 pseudo 3D type design to more of an anime style. Where there is no attempt to kind of create the illusion of 3D with pixel art. It's more looking like a very high quality 1990s anime, and this game features very interesting atmospheric music that is poppy and energetic at the same time, but also has a kind of a relaxing quality. And as we play, I think we'll start to see some of that. So, without further ado, let's get down to playing some Street Fighter Alpha. Now, the Street Fighter Alpha games take place in between Street Fighter 1 and Street Fighter 2. And if you've played Street Fighter 1, you will notice that the announcer in this game is reminiscent of the announcer in Street Fighter 1. Who sounded something like this. He's like, "What strength? But don't forget there are many guys like you all over the world." You know, so that would be like the Street Fighter 1 announcer. And as you play this game, you'll know that the announcer in this game sounds quite similar. I think we're going to leave these settings like so. This looks pretty good, and we're going to play arcade mode, which is my preferred mode to play. Now, you can unlock Dan, Akuma, and M. Bison in this game to play as, but quite frankly, I don't remember how to do that. So we're going to play as my go-to guy, who is Ken, and we'll play this on manual. And the big kind of shift from this game is that rather than fighting M. Bison or Vega, if you're playing the Japanese version, at the end for any character, each character basically has their own end boss. Now, some people's end boss is M. Bison, but for Ken, I believe his end boss will be Ryu. And we will fight Guy from Final Fight right now. This game plays amazing on the Sega Saturn. It is one of those Capcom arcade perfect, fantastic pieces of video gaming right here. Now, we recently reviewed Street Fighter Alpha 3 on the channel, and that game I would probably say is the best Street Fighter game, just due to the roster, the quality of the music, the quality of the graphics, and the smoothness of the gameplay, and the diversity of modes you can play in this game. On Street Fighter 03. But on Street Fighter 0 or Alpha 1, while there's not as many modes as Street Fighter Alpha 3, what it does magnificently. And it's got its own unique, beautiful style that really holds its own against any entry in the Street Fighter series. And really, the addition of a combination of returning Street Fighter 1 characters, Final Fight characters, and original characters, and Street Fighter 2 characters, really makes this game unique and enjoyable to play. And that's not even counting the smooth gameplay and vibrant colors and beautiful music. So you'll notice that this is called Street Fighter 03 in Japan, as evidenced by that big Z that just went across the screen. So load times for this game are not anything to worry about. Very minimal. Unlike Street Fighter Alpha 3 on the PlayStation, you do not get a some original artwork. You just get a quick thing that says now loading. In fact, I would even argue that maybe you don't even need that now loading screen because of how quick it is, but either way, it's all good. So this is Sodom. He is from Final Fight. You may know him as Katana if you played the Super Nintendo version of Final Fight. And as with all Street Fighter Alpha games, we have our super moves in the bottom corner of the screen with 3 levels. So if I want, I can do this. The Shoryu Repa. Yeah, I felt bad looking back, because when I played this game, I really when I was in 7th grade, I loved to play this game, but I don't know, I think at the time, Mortal Kombat Trilogy was a lot more popular with my friends, and so I always downplayed how good this game was when I was, talking with them. I was like, oh yeah, it's a new Street Fighter game, and Mortal Kombat was the thing that they were all into. But privately, I always knew that this game was a lot better than Mortal Kombat Trilogy. And once I got a little older, I was laboring under no illusions that Mortal Kombat Trilogy was even in the league of this game. And I like Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Don't get me wrong. So you'll notice that each character, as in the previous Street Fighter 2s, has their own unique level. And I should have stated that after a series of Street Fighter 2 re-releases and improvements, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition, Super Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, after so many Street Fighter 2s, the sequel to that was not Street Fighter 3, rather it was Street Fighter Alpha, which sought to bridge the gap between Street Fighter 1 and Street Fighter 2. Now, the interesting thing about these games is that they are heavily influenced by the Street Fighter animated movie, with soundtrack by Tetsuya Komuro, who is basically the hit machine from 1990s Japan, and keyboarder in TM Network, probably my favorite Japanese band, slightly edging Bees. Yeah, so everything about this game, even though the character designs are slightly different, actually they're kind of cuter looking than in the Street Fighter animated movie. And this isn't a cutesy game, but just the style looks a little bit more cartoony than in Street Fighter 2 the movie. Nevertheless, it's heavily influenced by Street Fighter 2 the movie. Number one, just take a look at Sagat here. Sagat, his physique looks a lot like it does in the Street Fighter movie. Ken has a ponytail, which he has in the Street Fighter 2 movie and flashback scenes. So you really get the influence of the Street Fighter 2 animated movie mixed with Street Fighter 1 and Street Fighter 2 video games. And the end result is just something beautiful and highly enjoyable. I don't know if you can hear this in the background over my commentary, and I want to keep the volume not too loud because I don't want to wake up my wife and son. But we were listening to a very nice CD, kind of a jazzy synth pop remix to Sagat's Street Fighter 2 theme. And let's see if I can execute this super move here. There we go. That was not good at all. So if you played Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, the moves in this game will not be surprising to you. So everything from Super Street Fighter Turbo is in this game and more. Next time, I won't be so easy on you. Alright, good deal. Dan, in this game, you have to basically go to the random character select option and hit a series of buttons, and I cannot for the life of me remember what they are because it's been a while since I've done it. But Dan's face looks less ugly in this game, and he comes off as less of a wimpy joke character and more of just kind of a random Easter egg. Who seems to be a kind of a mashup of Art of Fighting characters. The Dan character, I always thought was kind of funny because people tended to look at it as, oh yeah, SNK was ripping off Capcom and Capcom was really giving it to him. by pointing out how much the SNK was ripping off Capcom. But the nonsense behind that is that the inventor of Street Fighter and the inventor of Art of Fighting are the same person. So there's no ripping anything off. It's just the artistic style of Piston Takahashi. Ooh, Charlie is taking care of me right there, so that's not good at all. I mentioned this in the Street Fighter 2 V comment that I made in the Street Fighter Alpha 3 review, is that Charlie's first anime appearance was in Street Fighter 2 V, and he looked quite a bit like Jean Reno. So I gotta be careful here. I'm really happy that Ken is rocking the Minnesota Vikings colors. That is completely coincidental, but... Jeez. Not good at all. So you can see that the computer has upped its difficulty here. Yes, that was very close, and I thought for sure I was going to lose, but we pulled it out. Good deal. Now you see the difference between us. So clearly a reference to the fact that Ken has now a distinct fighting style from Ryu. Incidentally, we are filming these reviews on a new phone camera, which I don't think is as good as the previous camera that we were filming things on. So hopefully this is bear with me, and hopefully this is not unpleasant to watch. I love Rose's levels. I love the fact that they put this Italian character in here, and her music is just fantastic. I can just sit here and listen to the soundtrack of this game. The Street Fighter Alpha games, like their predecessors in Street Fighter 2, have just these fantastic soundtracks that I cannot say enough good things about. And the devil's always in the details. Like, the attention to detail paid in the backgrounds of these levels is just great. I mean, the simplicity mixed with the roaming cats and the Coliseum in the background, great stuff. And I'm not just saying that because adorable cats roam around my backyard, so... Alright, let's see if we can knock her out here. We're really close to beating this game, so if we can get through this in a timely fashion, we might just do a beating of this game. If I start losing, we'll just kind of wrap up this review. But I think we're getting a nice feel for this game here. I've never played the original. I've never played the PS1 version, put it that way. I've only played the Saturn version and owned the Saturn version. And the PlayStation was known for not having the best ports of 2D Capcom fighting games. So if you're stuck with the choice of playing these games on Sega Saturn or PlayStation, I would definitely always go with the Sega Saturn. And I really think that the Sega Saturn was one of the greatest video game systems ever made. It was highly underappreciated when it was out at the time. I am happy I bought and support the Sega Saturn when it came out. And I'm sorry that its popularity in the US was not what it was in Japan, where it was much more appreciated. So we need to do a review of Sonic 3D Blast very soon. Because I would like to really get into that game. That's a very interesting game for the Sega Saturn, and the story behind it is very interesting as well, if you are interested in Sonic Extreme. There, incidentally, is something called Sonic Z-Stream that is kind of something kind of similar to Sonic Mania, in the sense that a fan of Sega is now making their own version of a Sonic game. And while Sonic Extreme was a 2D Sega Saturn Sonic game, essentially, someone is literally making a good version of Sonic Extreme using the Sonic model from Sonic Jam and the level designs from Sonic Extreme, and it looks amazing when you go on YouTube and look at it. So I, for one, cannot wait to get a copy of Sonic Z Stream, because it is actually being built on Sega Saturn hardware. So, oh man, I messed that up terribly. Man, I am not doing well here. These Jaguar kicks here. Adon, again, a Street Fighter 1 character returning. Adon and Birdie, that was not good at all on my part. Adon and Birdie return from Street Fighter 1. Of course, Birdie is now black in this game, which is interesting. I gotta be really careful here because I'm not paying attention, and I tried to get cute and finish him off with a super move, and it totally messed up my momentum. Man, he's good on that block. There we go. Alright. So, we are nearing the end of this game. You're better than you look. Try harder. And as we move through the Street Fighter Alpha series, more Street Fighter 1 characters return. At the time, honestly, I wasn't even sure if Street Fighter 1 was a thing when I was in elementary school, because I'd never even heard of it. I heard of Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2. You're a hard man to find, Ryu. Everyone's talking about you now. Long time no see. Still training? Still good enough to beat you? We'll see about that. And let our buddy fight begin here. And nice shot of 1980s Japan in the background here. So Ryu has now beaten Sagat, the Street Fighter World Champion. And now mysterious things are happening here. M. Bison is making his presence felt. And we are moving towards... Oh, jeez. We are moving towards the plot of Street Fighter 2. Jeez. Oh, man. Jeez, not good at all. I really would like to beat this game now that we've made it this far here, so... This should do it. Oh man, I did it again! I went for the super move instead of the throw, and I messed up. But Ryu was down to basically chip damage there, so I was just able to kind of do a light kick to finish him off there. Alright, now, moment of truth. So I'm just going to try to concentrate here. Not good at all. Yep, no, not good at all. Let's do one more fight, and if we lose, we'll wrap up the review. We'll see if I can beat this game here. And I'll show you Ken's ending. Now loading. So this would be where you would unlock Dan, and in fact, you might even be able to see him in the shuffling of characters, but nevertheless, let's try Ken again. I stayed up late last night to watch the Minnesota Vikings lose by a touchdown to the LA Rams, and that was no fun. So I'm a little bummed about that. Plus, I've been staying up late working on teaching lessons all the time, so... So I always want to rehearse my teaching lessons, and then it's like 11 o'clock at night, and it's like I need to go to bed because I have to get up at 6, so... This should do it. Nope. Yep, there we go. One more. Now, Ken's ending is really cool. It shows how he meets Eliza, who is the person he marries at the end of Street Fighter 2. And then in Street Fighter 3, he has a son named Mel. With Eliza, who punches him in the groin. Nice addition to this game is the little victory symbols. So I beat Ryu with a throw, so he's got a little baseball next to my picture. Man, he's not playing around. One more hit. Got him. Whew. Good deal. Alright, now let's sit back and enjoy our ending. Something you could not do in Street Fighter V. And incidentally, I still have not downloaded the arcade version of Street Fighter V. You fight with the fury of a tiger, as do you, my friend. I must return to Japan. What are your plans, Ken? I must return home to America. Someone has issued a challenge to me. See you then. Take care. Look at this beautiful artwork. Man, I love these pictures here. Back in America, Ken sees a challenge with the tournament. After destroying the opposition, he meets a very pretty girl. You fight well, but why do you fight? For money, fame, or attention? There is a man that I must defeat. Until that day, I will not stop. He must pay. I wouldn't want to be him, by the way. My name is Eliza. Very cool. And that's the end of our game. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching our review of Street Fighter Alpha 1, The Warrior's Dreams. And now, we'll watch some Star Trek Deep Space Nine and try to get some sleep. Until next time, my name is Noel. You take care. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.